everybody. Welcome to my stop along a Cherry on Top's March Hop. Today we are focusing on creating projects that include lots of rainbows. So I have lots of rainbow projects on this hop for you. We also have our brand new design team members that are joining us. So be sure to take a look at the hop links down below, follow along, comment, and someone will win a gift certificate to the shop. So you saw me crease a sheet of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. This is just thin, not important. Cardstock, it's not any kind of brand, it's just old. I folded it in half, cut half a heart just like you do in kindergarten. And then I unfolded it and I have a heart stencil. I wanted to create a large rainbow heart for my project today, and that's what we're going to do. So I have attached the large heart to a nicer piece of basil cardstock, and now we're going to use all these colors. So here are my ink colors that I am using to create my rainbow. They are all Catherine Pooler colors. We have pink champagne, catching rays, chiffon, minted, serene, and sweet 16. I'm going to be using these little polka dots that are on this Catherine Pooler stamp set, and we are going to use those to create our heart. So I am putting one heart on each, or one circle, one of the stamps on each of 3 acrylic blocks. And then I'm going to alternate the acrylic blocks so I get multiple sizes of hearts, or multiple sizes of circles for my polka dots. Let me say that correctly for you all. I am alternating between the different sized hearts. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a rainbow starting at the top with the pink. And then we're going to move on to our catching rays. So I'm alternating the size. I'm making sure I have some circles that are going onto the edge of my stencil. So we've made a homemade stencil here. And I am trying to make it so that I can get all of the colors in. And I did a pretty good job of having an even amount of all the different colors in our rainbow. Here is the chiffon. Look how beautiful this looks. I love these sherbety colors. I thought that these colors would be perfect for a rainbow and something a little different from the primary colored rainbows that you usually see. I've now switched to the chiffon and I'm just tap, tap, tap onto my ink pad and stamp. Circle stamps like this are so easy to use. I am using my Misty as my mat. So I'm just using the mat on the bottom and the magnets to keep my paper in place. The edges needed a bit more ink. Sometimes I had to double stamp the edges just to make sure that there weren't like wonky lines. This is the minted color. So minted is a new color from Catherine Pooler. It's actually, sorry about that. It's actually a refreshed color. So it used to be called Mint to Be, and now we have minted. And so I really like it. I only bought the refreshed colors that I didn't have the originals for. And that was really just the minted color. This beautiful, I think this is Tranquil, not Serene. I think I said Serene, but it's Tranquil. Serene and Tranquil are very, very close colors in the Catherine Pooler line. One's just a bit more blue, one's just a bit more purple. This one is the more purple color. Now we have our heart all stamped. Now for the big reveal, where I'm going to pull off my hand cut stencil. Ta-da! We're not quite done yet though. So I wanted to give the edges of my heart a bit of dimension and something a little different. So I'm going to pop some holes, and I'm going to hand stitch around this whole heart in white. I'm going to show it to you here. So cute. This turned out fabulous. Now we can work with our photo. So this 6x6 paper pad is from Lawn Fawn, and I'm going to use a couple sheets of it. This one to map my photo first. I want to create a pocket. So I'm going to map my photo, but you can see here I'm only going to put it, oh no, this is where I map the photo. I'm going to put adhesive all over this one. This photo is old. It's from 2006. So I'm using an older photo, but my journaling is recent journaling. So that's just something to kind of know going in, that while the photo is older, my journaling is more recent, kind of maybe looking back at the past from the present a little bit, and talking about something that was kind of hard at the time. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put adhesive on 3 sides of my photo because I want to create a pocket. Inside that pocket is going to be the journaling for this page. So I'm just making sure I've got a nice pocket there. And now I'm going to work on die cutting and stamping embellishments. So I'm going to grab the green and yellow watercolor paper, and I'm going to die cut 2 tags from that paper. And then I'm going to grab a sheet of white cardstock, and I'm going to stamp my title and some dragonflies. So what I'm doing is I'm taking those same Catherine Pooler inks, and my title is going to be My Rainbow Baby, and I am going to stamp each letter with one of those colors. So we're going to start with the M, and we're going to stamp it with pink champagne, and then I'm going to stamp the Y, and I'm going to stamp the Y with the Catching Rays ink, and then I'm going to stamp rainbow and onward throughout my title, alternating so that each letter is going to have a different colored ink on it. I'm not sure where I went here. Oh, there I am. I was getting a baby wipe to wipe off my stamp so that I don't end up with inky fingers, and then I end up with inky paper, and then I have to redo it all, and it's very frustrating. So the Y is going to be done with Catching Rays. So cute. Love that. I love how this title turned out. I did have to fussy cut it because I don't have dies for this stamp set. This is just a really old stamp set from my stash, but that's okay, because what I love about this is that the letters all link up together. So when I was fussy cutting it, I didn't have to fussy cut each letter. I just had to fussy cut the whole word, which made it a lot easier. The chiffon is so light and pale. In person, it shows up perfectly. On video, it's kind of blown out, hard to see. But trust me, it is there. I'm pretty sure that I did not keep all of the footage of me stamping this entire. There's no way I did, because the video would be hours and hours long. This is one of those layouts where there are lots of steps, lots of stamping, lots of ink, and so the time it takes to create a type of layout like this is a bit on the time-consuming side, especially if you're a super slow scrapper like me. But sometimes it's worth it to have a little bit of fun. And I loved the idea of showing you how to do a hand-cut stencil. I feel like that's something we kind of learn in kindergarten, and then we just need to bring it into our scrapbooking world. So many things we learned in kindergarten can be brought into our scrapbooking world. So now I am going to go through that rainbow of inks again, and I'm going to stamp 1 dragonfly for each ink color. Then I'm going to die cut these dragonflies, and I'm going to fussy cut my title. So I purchased from the Cherry on Top shop these easy lift magnets, and I have been absolutely loving them. If you have trouble getting those super strong magnets off your MISTI, or if you have trouble with them sticking to each other, this is a fabulous tool. I love them. So now I'm going to go ahead and attach my title. You can see where my tags are. I've tucked them in behind my photo, and that is where the journaling for this layout is going to live. And then I'm going to add my title. And then you can kind of see I've loosely placed all the dragonflies where I want them after I die cut them. I did kind of put them color on color. And I'm not popping them up on foam squares, although you could. I'm going to do something else to give a little dimension to these dragonflies at the end. You'll also notice I'm not putting tape on the edges of the dragonfly. I'm just putting tape in the middle. That's important, and you'll see why as I continue on with my process. So now we have our dragonflies in place. We have our tags with our journaling that are easy to remove. And now I'm going to go ahead and take some glossy accents, and I'm going to fill in all of the dragonfly's wings with glossy accents. So an added bonus to using glossy accents on these wings is as they dry, the edges of the wings will lift up. So you'll have this beautiful dimension from the glossy accents, but then because I didn't put tape runner on the wee edges of the wings will lift up, providing more dimension. And sometimes that's good to know, because if you don't want that extra dimension of the wings lifting as the glossy accents dries, then you want to just add a bit more tape runner to your project. So once I have all of these butterfly wings filled in with the glossy accents, that will be the end of our layout. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know that the photos are not doing this layout justice. In reality, it's a beautiful sherbety rainbow, but the colors are so kind of pastel that it looks pretty good on video, but when I went to take the photos are just a little bit, they don't do them justice. But I love how this layout turned out. It turned out so pretty and just beautiful. It was exactly what I envisioned when I thought about how I wanted to document using rainbows. There's lots of ways to interpret this rainbow layout, and I hope you'll hop along and see all of the beautiful rainbows that are being created by the entire design team, including our new members, which makes me so excited to see their projects. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.